Dear colleagues, good afternoon. Today, we will discuss the situation in the field of tourism. The President identified the development of this industry as one of the most important priorities. The hospitality industry undoubtedly affects the interests of millions of our citizens. They visit new places every year, learn about the traditions of different peoples, get acquainted with their unique history and distinctive culture. We see a steady positive trend in the tourist flow, and not only on the inside, but, which is also very important, on the entrance. In total, over 90 million trips were already made last year, and in the first 8 months of this year, the growth was almost 5.5%. It may gain a more significant pace in the near future. Last week at the Valdai Forum, the President announced that Russia was preparing to introduce a visa-free regime for Chinese citizens as a response. Our main task is to make travel as safe, comfortable, and affordable as possible, considering the special needs of the older generation and families with children. For this purpose, modern airport complexes are being built, the highway network is expanding, the service for railway passengers is improving, and the number of river cruise routes is increasing. And of course, the appearance of Russian cities is being actively updated. There are more and more beautiful, comfortable places and public spaces. The hotel base is also developing. The communal infrastructure is being upgraded. All regions of the country pay special attention to transport accessibility, transport logistics. Cultural institutions in small towns are becoming centers of attraction. The head of state has set a goal to increase the share of the tourism industry in the gross domestic product to 5% in the next 5 years. By the end of last year, this figure was slightly less than 3%. In order to achieve this target, it is necessary, of course, to strengthen the work. Where necessary, review approaches and consider additional effective solutions. We plan to allocate a total of about 400 billion rubles for the development of the industry over the next 5 years. During the previous similar period, about 250 billion rubles have already been allocated from the federal budget. All support measures are included in the National Profile Project. Its implementation began in 2021 and continued in an updated format this year. We help the regions to form new points of attraction. We are creating infrastructure for large tourist clusters. We also contribute to the construction of modular hotels. On behalf of the President, large-scale year-round resort projects have been launched in the coastal areas of the Black, Azov, Caspian, Baltic Seas, in Primory, as well as near Lake Baikal. In the future, up to 10 million people will be able to rest there every year. Such plans. To stimulate entrepreneurial activity, we subsidize loans for the construction of hotels, parks, ski resorts, and water parks. Under this program alone, the amount of funds raised over 6 years may amount to about 2 trillion rubles. Last year, the total volume of investments in the industry reached 1.1 trillion rubles, which is about a 3-fold increase compared to 4 years ago, when our initiatives were just launched. Thanks to this, it was possible to significantly expand the number of placements. During this time, about 55,000 new guest rooms were introduced in different parts of our country. I would like to emphasize that the state fulfills all its obligations under support instruments in full. It is important that private businesses continue to fulfill their promises, and that all planned facilities are brought to readiness on time, so that our citizens can receive high-quality services at affordable prices there. All activities should be kept under special control. Dear colleagues, the progressive development of the industry requires the involvement of literally all sectors of the economy, from transport and industry to culture, agriculture, and education. Coordinated work of all departments is needed here. I suggest that we now review the programs and projects you are overseeing together, evaluate the interim results, and decide what other steps need to be taken to make Russia one of the most attractive countries for tourists in the world.